Hey wacky Warner Warriors, it's the dude who once wasted a birthday gift. I've got a problem. I've got all these toys and nothing to do with them. I want these two to fight, these two to f***, and these two to be friends. Multiversus. Ooh, it's like a play on words. In the wake of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate becoming the best-selling fighting game of all time, and the platform fighter golden age of sorts, Warner Bros. Threw their monopoly hat into the ring to create their own take on the fat plumber-dominated genre, making their own platform fighter starring all their IPs people know and love in Game of Thrones. We've got DC, we've got Looney Tunes, we've got an affront to God, Adventure Time, Steven Universe, Impending Dread, and a character with a higher chance of being dated than your average Fire Emblem fan. Multiversus got its first time in the spotlight with the recent closed alpha, and after signing up for it with no less than 3 email accounts, hey, sometimes you just need a 7 out of 10 time. I managed to be one of the lucky few who had a friend to give me a code because I didn't get to the alpha myself. But whatever, I got the code, hit the download button, and played for 12 hours straight on the first day. Wow, 12 hours straight? You must have really liked the game, huh? Multiversus is a weird game. That's the best word for it. It's weird. The moment I picked up the controller, I made my buttons play like Smash. Differing control schemes, do I look like a monster? Immediately I gotta commend the number of options there for customization. There's a ton of control options, graphics and sound options, UI stuff. By default, the percent follows the character, which is putrid, but you can set it to be on the bottom of the screen just as God intended. First thing the game asks you is if you want to do the tutorial, and whether you do it or say, "No mom, I don't need training wheels, I'm ready to fight Bugs Bunny on my own!" The first thing you notice is that the game is floaty. This game can put balloons out of business with how much the characters stay airborne. Multiversus wants to be an aerial game because the characters leave the ground and they stay off the ground. Everyone glides across the stage, and when you do an aerial, you stop dead in your tracks and do the whole move. And there's no landing aerials either. When you hit the ground, the animation goes all the way through. Also, in the air you got multiple up specials, air dashes, and 2 jumps, and if you touch a wall, vertical quakes in fear as you got basically infinite upwards mobility. Which I don't love because it makes edgeguarding a non-existence unless you have a spiking down air. Everyone in the game has a spiking down air. Love me some homogeny. That floaty feeling also extends to the attacks. I don't feel like the impact is entirely there. It feels like characters are just wet noodles slapping against each other. The feedback isn't the greatest. Sometimes I just win interactions and I don't really know what I did to win that, so it just feels like a hot load of eh. Again, it's weird. It does that thing I feel like a lot of platform fighters do, where they change things from how Smash did it just to be different. Does the forward tilt being the jab combo really make the game stand out, or is it just different for the sake of being different? Does lack of defensive options like no shields emphasize a few characters who have them for team play, or did they just not want the Smash bubble shield? I don't know, but the difference just kind of exists. Rivals is the only game I know. The differences feel like a deliberate game design choice, and not just the devs thinking, Smash Bros did that, we can't do that, we have to be different arbitrarily! In terms of raw game feel, I think Nick All-Star Brawl feels better, but this game's character movesets blow it out of the water. Characters have less attacks than in Smash, no dash attacks, or split between tilts and smash attacks, again, weird. But the movesets are super unique and have tons of cool references to their home series. Velma gets the clues and solves the case like she's MVC3 Phoenix, right? And has a super special move every white woman would be lost without. Tom and Jerry fight each other with their opponent being caught in the crossfire. And Batman maintains comic accuracy by being incapable of killing. The movesets are pretty well thought out. But Steven is my dude. I was already jonesing to play Steven because Steven Universe is one of my favorite cartoons, but his playstyle really worked for me. He's a support, but those fists say bruiser. He's got solid normals, the nuttiest up B in the game, and can just summon a watermelon Steven to make the game unfair. He's awesome. I also really dig Finn and Shaggy, and will refuse to play Superman and Jake because Superman and Jake, those are the most toxic characters in this godforsaken game. Multiversus definitely leads into the 2v2 format with how the characters are designed and the class-based nature of the roster, and it shows because 2v2s are far and away the best game mode. 1v1s are solid, but some characters don't really work as well, like Rain Dog. To be fair, Who the hell is looking at all these characters and going, I want the ugly green dog? What the hell is this creature? His moveset is fine, sure, whatever. But what's this thing doing here? Why make a crossover fighter and then shove a weird OC into there? Who is this appealing to? At least when Arc System Works does it, they're designed well. Lapras and Sho are cool, Enter 21 is the perfect woman, no time like the present. Rain Dog is just a strange, ugly creature, like something out of one of those cheap mobile monster raising games. Very odd. And free-for-alls are just kind of a mess. I don't like how in time matches, the blast zone gets smaller towards the end of the game. It makes the games get super lopsided towards the end. I got 20 points in the last 30 seconds of a match multiple times, and winning has never felt so undeserved. The gameplay's got a lot of kinks to iron out, but it's solid. How's the rest of the game? Once again, blah. The game's presentation is a mixed bag of nuts. Like a bag of trail mix, but there's too many cashews, not enough regular peanuts, and too many chocolate pieces. I hate chocolate. And who the put almonds in here? The art style, while a bit cheap looking, did a pretty decent job of maintaining all the different art styles, and I really dig the character renders. The animations are super solid, a lot of nice stretching and squashing, and the hit effect and hit stop are pretty nice. The game also shows that, yeah, it had a budget, with the existence of voice acting. And they got most of the actors back to play their characters. Kevin Conroy, Estelle, Macy Williams somehow. And the best part of it is how characters have tons of unique lines for all the other characters on the roster. Steven as Batman who wants a hug, Arya wants to kill Jake, relatable, Jake players. It's pretty good stuff. I do kinda wish it was more though. It's a teeny bit awkward when character A talks to character B, but character B doesn't acknowledge character A. At least in the intros and win screens, I wish both characters had something to say to each other. But voice acting is there, and I will take it, and it's one of the best parts of the game, unlike the music, which is the worst part of the game. Multiversus music blows. Nick All-Star Brawl, I owe you an apology. You may only have 5 good songs, but that's 5 more than 0. Multiversus music has the same exact issue I have with all these other games, where the music just has no energy whatsoever. There's no catchy beats or hype blood pumping tunes. It's all generic superhero music fluff or royalty-free YouTube studio sounding music. It's not badly composed, my ears don't hurt, but they might as well be asleep with all this white noise. Let me compare the best song in Nick All-Star Brawl to the best song in Multiversus. Where's Jake Kaufman when you need him? The music in this game feels focus tested to be as inoffensive as possible. Only the tiniest schmeckle of a soul, which is more than I can give these menus, which have no schmeckles of soul. I'm no UI expert, but I have played Persona 5. If the music puts my ears to sleep, the UI puts my eyes to sleep. WB took one look at Fortnite and must have lost their shit, because these menus, yeah, they're just Fortnite. They look like every other menu for any free-to-play game. Take out the WB characters, and figuring out what game this is will be harder than a Sphinx riddle. Nick All-Star Brawl's menus look like anyone can make them after a week of Photoshop, but at least they know how to use some dang colors. They are just as functional and more visually pleasing. These are just boring. I don't ask for much. Just some presentation that's not as cold and sterile as a Kryptonian comic book reference, or as cold as Winterfell. I do love Game of Thrones, haven't seen past season 5. The alpha had some good, some bad, and it sure is a free-to-play game. That format worries me, because I feel like it could get too grindy and battle passy, and I just don't like this new format of multiplayer games. The battle pass was already kind of annoying in the alpha, and leveling up and getting coins took a little too long for my liking. Leveling up isn't as fun when I get, oh boy, a ton. Multiplayer games, they didn't used to have this grind, they're all about challenge, you had to work for your rewards. They kicked my ass and I liked it. I still think about Mario Strikers Charge PD Piranha daily. My therapist said something about trauma. Do I like Multiversus? Yeah, sure. Add Mordecai and Rigby, and that's a definite yes. I am easy to please and a sucker for products.